At 52, Jackie Guerrido finally admits what we all suspected. For decades, Jackie Guerrido has been a face we all know, a shining star on Hispanic TV, from Primero Impacto to Despierta America. Millions recognize her smile, her style, her confidence, but how much do we really know about Jackie, the woman behind the camera? Beyond the lights, beyond the perfect image, there's a life full of challenges, quiet battles, and truths she's never spoken about until now. What pushed her to the top? What struggles did she face in private? And what really matters to the woman millions admire? This is your chance to see Jackie Guerrido like never before. A look behind the scenes at her life filled with strength, love, and surprising revelations. Born on September 24, 1970, in San Juan, Puerto Rico, Jackie is now 54, but you'd never guess it from her energy and glow. How does she keep looking so vibrant? Jackie says it's a mix of good nutrition, regular exercise, and, as she admits with a laugh, a little good genetics. But more than that, she believes in caring for yourself inside and out, nourishing your body, your mind, and your spirit. That, she says, is the real secret to feeling and looking amazing. Long before Jackie Guerrido became a familiar face on television, she was a teenager with a dream and a world of challenges stacked against her. Growing up in the housing projects of the Bronx, she would tell her friends, "One day, I'm going to sit right there and deliver the news." They laughed. They called her crazy. But Jackie wasn't just dreaming. She was planning. By 16, life had thrown her one of its toughest challenges: motherhood. Still barely a child herself, Jackie suddenly faced the enormous responsibility of raising 2 children, often without support from their father. Many would have let fear and circumstance hold them back, but not Jackie. She turned her situation into fuel for her ambition. "I was the oldest of my 2 siblings," Jackie recalls. "That responsibility prepared me for motherhood early. I had to grow up fast, but it also gave me strength I didn't know I had." She relied on public assistance while raising her children in the South Bronx, a reality she shares openly today. "I say it with pride. Asking for help isn't shameful. The key is finding a way to move your family forward." Jackie's journey from a teen mother to a trailblazer in communications wasn't easy. She started as a radio announcer, navigating a tough industry while balancing diapers, homework, and long nights. Yet she never let motherhood define her limits. If anything, it sharpened her determination and gave her a maturity beyond her years. Motherhood, Jackie says, is her greatest blessing, even under the hardest circumstances. The lessons she learned raising her children shaped the woman millions would one day see on television: resilient, focused, and unstoppable. Even as a teenager, Jackie Guerrido refused to let life's hardships define her. While raising 2 mischievous little ones who once sent sheets, pots, and anything they could grab flying out of a 10-story window, she somehow managed to continue her studies and make sure her children got an education too. It wasn't easy, but Jackie's determination was unstoppable. For more than 20 years, she fought tirelessly, driven by the dream of giving her family a better life. She remembers the small, poignant moments, birthdays celebrated with what little money they had, learning resilience through scarcity, and never letting setbacks quash her ambitions. "I stayed connected to my roots," Jackie says with a smile. Walking the streets of the Bronx, the neighborhood where her dreams first took shape, where she had her first kiss, and where she lived in a housing project, reminds her of where she started. "Every time I go back, I'm proud of that part of my story. I wouldn't change it for the world." Jackie's first steps into the entertainment world weren't glamorous. She studied radio and television production while juggling long hours at a jewelry store and the endless responsibilities of motherhood. Every day began before sunrise, catching trains to college, work, and auditions. Yet even in those early days, her neighbors saw her as a dreamer, practicing her red carpet walk right in the neighborhood. She imagined herself walking down the red carpet, she recalls, laughing. Her first break in radio came when she was hired to give traffic reports. Jackie woke up at 3 a.m., hopped on the train, and arrived determined to seize every opportunity. Her resilience became legendary. Friends and neighbors often lent a helping hand, knowing she would never give up. Whenever I had a job, there was always someone giving me a hand, she remembers gratefully. Today, Jackie is a proud, energetic grandmother, embracing life with the same vibrancy and determination that carried her from a Bronx housing project to a life she once only dreamed about. Her story is one of grit, joy, and unshakable spirit, a reminder that even in the hardest times, dreams can take flight. When Jackie Guerrido was just 7 years old, her world was anything but easy. Born and raised in San Juan, Puerto Rico, she and her mother and sister had to seek refuge at Casa Julia de Burgos, a shelter for survivors of domestic violence. It was a childhood marked by hardship, but also by an unshakable spark of determination. After finishing high school, Jackie and her family moved to the Bronx, carrying with them dreams bigger than the buildings that surrounded them. Every time she looked up at their apartment complex, she whispered to herself, "One day, I'm going to achieve what I want." That day came sooner than she imagined. A producer, captivated by her voice on a recording, offered her a spot on the popular morning show El Vacilón de la Mañana. Jackie's journey didn't stop there. She returned to radio, keeping her momentum alive, before relocating to Miami to join HP Radio. After a year at Romance, her hard work opened doors to co-host a program handling news and traffic reports. Her talent quickly earned her a music show of her own. But the biggest leap came when Telemundo's Miami affiliate hired her as a traffic reporter, her first step into television. Long hours, tireless dedication, and zero fear became her trademarks. "I was never afraid," she later said. "I always knew I was going to make it." Univision noticed. They brought her on as the weather presenter for News 23, and Jackie even studied meteorology at the University of Miami to master her craft. For years, she became a familiar face on Despierta América, delivering weather forecasts, and later, alongside Bárbara Bermudo and Primer Impacto, she became a trusted source for millions of viewers. Committed to growth, Jackie studied journalism at the University of Florida and on January 9, 2017, stepped into a new role as co-host of Primer Impacto, replacing Bermudo and working alongside Pamela Silva Conde. Jackie's ambition didn't stop at news. She auditioned for the lead role in the Selena movie, the role that would eventually launch Jennifer Lopez to superstardom. Today, Jackie jokes that maybe she would be J-Lo if she had gotten that part. From a childhood spent in a shelter to the bright lights of television, Jackie Guerrido has proven time and again that she is much more than just a familiar face. She is a testament to resilience, talent, and unwavering determination. Jackie Guerrido isn't just a familiar face on television. She's a force of nature. From the way she moves on the dance floor to the way she commands a camera, charisma seems to run through her veins. Audiences first saw it when she dazzled on Mira Quien Baila, proving her rhythm is as natural as her beauty. This Puerto Rican star has often been admired for her looks, and she admits that while the attention is flattering, it hasn't always been easy. "What I wanted people to see wasn't just my appearance," she explained. "I worked hard. I prepared for long hours. I wanted my professionalism and dedication to shine through." But fame has its own twists. Among those captivated by her charm was reggaeton superstar Don Omar. Their whirlwind romance began in the summer of 2007, blossoming quickly into what seemed like a fairy tale love story. By 2008, the couple exchanged vows in wedding fans and media alike called the event of the year. The chemistry was undeniable. At star-studded events like People in Español's party that December, every step they took together seemed to spark with passion. Despite the 6-year age difference, they looked perfectly matched. For a time, they were inseparable. Jackie supported Don Omar in every way, and he appeared happier than ever. But behind the glitz and smiles, tension was quietly building. Early in 2008, the cracks became impossible to ignore. Out of the blue, Don Omar took to Twitter with a storm of public threats, accusing Jackie of avoiding him for nearly a year and calling out the people around her. He wrote, "I haven't heard anything from you in more than 10 months thanks to your lies and the mediocre people you work with at Univision. You have 72 hours for everything to go back to normal without anyone else being affected. Otherwise, everyone will find out what I'm capable of when I'm disrespected the way you've done." The fairy tale that had captured hearts and headlines had suddenly turned into a very public drama. Their divorce stunned fans in April 2008, but Jackie's reaction caught everyone off guard. With a calm confidence, she declared, "I feel super happy. I've always said that when someone depends on another person to be happy, they lose their essence." Even during those tense times, she made one thing crystal clear. "I never asked for a protection order against him." Despite the public speculation, the real reasons behind their tensions were never fully revealed. Though Jackie and Don Omar now maintain a good relationship, the tension was palpable when they reunited in 2017 at a Miami radio station during an interview with Ivy Queen and Don Omar. Observers could feel it. The air between them still carried echoes of the past. Even today, Don Omar's private life remains mostly under wraps, yet his history with Jackie Guerrido continues to intrigue fans. In an interview with controversial journalist Javier Seriani, Don Omar was asked about his ex-wife. His response was measured. Jackie was doing well, and almost casually, he noted she was now a grandmother. When the journalist turned to Jackie and remarked, "He loves you. I never stopped falling in love with you," Don Omar responded warmly, "I adore you all as well. Let's wish each other the best." Even with such friendly words, the truth behind their breakup remains a mystery. Was infidelity involved? Many have speculated. Journalist Tanya Cherry revealed that Don Omar once admitted the pressures of a public relationship played a huge role in their separation. It was such a public relationship that sometimes you're just not prepared to handle everything life throws at you. That's when you say, "What do I hold on to?" Jackie, reflecting in an interview with People in Espanol, shared the most valuable lesson from that chapter of her life. "When I got divorced, I finally learned what self-love really is. For so many years, I forgot about myself. I tried so hard to please that person that I lost sight of my own interests and who I was because I was trying to fit into his world. Now I know. I have to live my own life. That experience taught me who I truly am." Even decades later, their story is a delicate mix of mystery, resilience, and personal growth, a reminder that behind public personas, real people navigate love, heartbreak, and self-discovery. After their high-profile breakup, Don Omar packed his bags and moved to Los Angeles, diving headfirst into his music career. Meanwhile, Jackie faced some of the toughest moments of her life, but she emerged stronger than ever. "I hit rock bottom," she admitted, "but I had to learn that in life, you don't go looking where there's nothing just to please others. It's in those moments when you're on the ground that you find what truly makes you stronger," she added, reflecting on a journey marked by resilience and self-discovery. In a recent interview, Jackie opened up about the pivotal role her family has played in shaping her life. "For many years, I was the one who took on the role of mother. That job never ends, but I never imagined how much my children would teach me." She credits her children not only with keeping her grounded, but also with helping her grow into a better version of herself emotionally, spiritually, and as a mother. "Today, I consider my stability and my growth, both personal and professional, to be the result of what I've learned from them and what I apply every day," she said, according to El Nuevo Dia. Her marriage to reggaeton superstar Don Omar lasted only 2.5 years, but left a lasting impact, including a $3.7 million divorce settlement. Reflecting on their past in a Miami interview, Don Omar remained candid and surprisingly serene. "I hold no resentment," he said. "My heart is clean when it comes to her. I don't hold a grudge against anyone. On the contrary, I found myself. I learned to respect who I am, what I do, the mistakes I made, and what I've corrected. Today, I know I'm a better human being. I got married very happy. I was truly happy with her, and I wish her the best wherever she is." Their paths crossed unexpectedly in April 2017 at a Miami radio station. Both insisted they were cordial, exchanging polite words and laughter, but the tension was palpable. Their expressions betrayed a shared history, one full of love, lessons, and the complicated truth that sometimes even the deepest bonds leave traces that linger. What would you do if the person you love most in the world revealed a truth that scared you, but was also the key to their happiness? Recently, Jackie Guerrido shared one of the most personal chapters of her life, supporting her daughter Adeni Nunez as she embraced her identity. In an emotional interview with Sally Pimienta, Jackie spoke candidly about Adeni's first book, El Arte de las Palabras, a 256-page memoir where she reveals her battle with depression and her journey to accept herself as a gay woman. This book was my salvation, Adeni confessed. Since I was little, I struggled with feelings I didn't understand. I wanted to be in a relationship with a woman and live openly, without hiding. My biggest fear was that my mom wouldn't accept me. That hurt more than anything. She added, "Not everyone who smiles is truly happy. We all struggle with something different." Jackie, too, admitted that accepting her daughter's truth wasn't easy at first. She said, "I was upset and overwhelmed, not because of who Adeni is, but because I worried about how others, our community, the church, social media would judge us." Despite the fear, Jackie's love for her daughter never wavered. Today, both mother and daughter are learning together how courage and acceptance can heal even the deepest wounds. Life has a way of teaching us lessons we never expected, and for Jackie Guerrido, the most profound came from her daughter. Over time, Jackie's heart opened in ways she hadn't imagined. Accepting the human being beside you just as they are, that is the greatest thing in life. That is where love is born. Not accepting them, no matter who they are, means missing out on the most beautiful part of life, she shared. Today, Jackie credits her daughter with teaching her the true meaning of unconditional love and acceptance. "I never imagined that through my daughter I would learn this kind of acceptance. Thanks to her, today I'm a free woman, a woman who loves others without prejudice." Reflecting on her past, including her 3-year marriage to Don Omar, Jackie says she wouldn't change a single thing. "Yes, there were painful moments, but I learned so much, and I owe that to my daughter," she said. "She has given me my greatest lesson, both as a mother and as a human being." But life hasn't only been about joy and love. On November 17th, 2023, Jackie spoke openly about a loss that changed her forever, the death of her brother. "The loss that shook me the most, the one that truly broke me and taught me the biggest lessons, was the passing of my brother 2 years ago," she shared, her voice heavy with emotion. "I never thought I would be able to move forward. Even nearly 2 years later, the pain remains raw. It feels as if it happened yesterday," she admitted. Jackie described grief as something that can strike at any moment. "It's like a breeze that hits you out of nowhere. You fall and the tears come. Sometimes it happens when I'm at Primer Impacto. I can arrive feeling fine, but just as I am about to go on air, that memory hits me. And when my segment ends, I fall apart and cry." Through love, heartbreak, and unimaginable loss, Jackie Guerrido shows that the most profound lessons often come from the heart, sometimes from those we raise, sometimes from those we lose. For Jackie Guerrido, losing her brother in 2022 was a pain she never imagined she could survive. Yet through that loss, she discovered one of life's most powerful truths. She shared, "It taught me to see things differently. You walk with more faith than before. You realize what truly matters. Material things lose their meaning. What really counts is the value we hold for ourselves." Jackie admits she's let go of many things she once thought were important. As they say, less is more, and you find joy in the things you used to overlook. Her brother, a devoted pastor and youth mentor, had dedicated his life to guiding others. Married for 30 years with 4 children, he was a pillar of faith and family. Jackie remembered being 200% certain that God would heal him so he could share his miracle. But God had another plan. Even when you don't see it, God did perform the miracle because his purpose was fulfilled. She reflected, though he was taken home, his spirit continues to inspire and guide those of us left behind. Today, Jackie keeps his memory alive in her heart. "They teach you to live with them in a different way," she said softly, her words carrying the weight of both loss and gratitude. Jackie Guerrido's story reminds us that behind every public figure is a human being who has faced pain, growth, and life's profound lessons. What do you think about Jackie's resilience and the way she has turned her challenges into inspiration? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more interesting stories like this in the future.